Hello, so we're going to present about the art history, art 11, Latin American art and architecture. So, my name is Gibran Torres. I am the LBCC student, and let's get started. So, I choose Mexico. Yay! So, I choose Mexico because it's my part of the culture, because that's what my parents they are. So, yeah, so I choose Mexico. So, let's get onto it for more slides for talk about Mexico. All right. So, this is the first image, the artwork of Mexico. It's a 19th century New Mexican retablo of St. Peter of Alcantara. So, let's talk about the details. This picture, it looks like a picture frame. So, it was by using by wooden panel to make the image. This image, it has accessories. So, this man, the big guy, is standing. He's wearing a black robe, which is he's humble himself and being religious. And it has props in this picture. So the left hand is holding like a blessing with Richie's hand, which is over his hand, like reach over his ear. And the right hand, it's holding like a stick. Maybe it looks like a staff and is used to represent like discipline or making like a punishment. So you see this picture, it has colors. So it has like red and yellow and black. But it's not just meaning about the normally colors. It has the colors are represented by religious art. Like yellow is gold, which is represent the holiness and the light, which is basically the light represents. And the red one, it represents a sacrifice and faith. Alright, so we finished the detailed description. So I'm not gonna read everything to you. So let's try skip it for this about the details. So let's say it was by using by the 19th century and 1780s. It was by the historical Mexico of Heritage of the Saints, which is it used the portrait of religious of Catholic of saints making the portrait of holy. So this was used by the culture of Mexico. So they want to use like a decoration, for example. They want to hang it there to protect it for themselves, like to say about the portrait of holy so they can protect you. Alright, and here is the last one. The artwork part 2. The figure with the incense burner. This is my favorite part. I really like this artwork. It is used by material by clay, ceramic clay. And I really like this because it has a pose and it tells like a story and make it more like interesting, like happening in the century. This is used by Colima's culture in ancient Mexico. It was used around by the 2nd century BCE to the 3rd century CE. So again, it has the colors of natural but reddish and more like beige. And it has details. The man has expression about the eyes and the mouth. And he's looking like being serious, like he's trying to be an attack. And his left hand, I think he's holding something. It looks like a flower petal, or maybe like a seashell, because you can see it has lines inside in the shells, in the textures. So the man is holding a basket, which is a prop. So it looks like there's too many figures around the basket. It looks like they have eyes, have a little bit dot in their mouth, and it has like a shape of a duck head. It looks like they're making decorations. I feel like they're like weird creatures they're making in the basket. I feel like this is more interesting. I like how I visualize when I see it. Alright, so we finished the detailed description again. So again, I'm not going to read this whole essay for you, so I'm going to skip the main colors. Okay. It also represents the colors symbolized by natural ritual. It was used to figure how we see in the pose. The figure see as human shows dynamic, which is holding the fire, which sounds interesting. How it looks to balance the standing was used by Colombia and Mexico when they used for the ritual. So basically, when the man is performing how the ceremonies to start the rituals. Basically, it's like a show, and it's very interesting how they use performing, which has the spiritual meaning. It helps you understand how ancient people in Mexico, when they start connecting the arts to worship. Alright, so that's the end of two artworks. So here's the six sources. If you want to look at the sources, here I'm going to show you really quickly. So the first one is Rosenberg Library Museum. So let me click that for you. So here's the research. Here's information about the 19th century New Mexico retablo, Peter of Alcantara. So here's a lot of information. When I see it, you can read it everything right here. So yeah, and there is the picture image. Alright, the fourth is Metropolitian Museum. And here's a picture of me figure with an insert burner in the second artwork. So you can find you can see the details, you can see it, and you can see this images guy. So I'm gonna post the six sources in the link below description on YouTube. Yeah, so I'm gonna post the six sources so you can see on the links. And that's the end of the presentation. So thank you all for watching. So I hope you learn from us to learn about two artworks from Mexico culture. So thank you for watching and take care. Bye.